Opeth with The Last Will and Testament. This is my first Opeth album. I know it's shocking, it's weird, but I'm always honest about the things that I've heard and what I do here. And yeah, this is a band that I've been meaning to get into for years. I still really want to check out Blackwater Park and Ghost Reveries, but I think doing The Last Will and Testament is a great way to introduce me into this band because I've heard nothing but good things about this album. So let's have some fun. Let's listen to the album. Before getting into the video, you know, this is actually an edited down version for YouTube, but if you want to watch the full entire thing, it's on my Patreon. Help support the channel, but also avoids copyright. So if you want to watch the full thing, again, link is down below, but here's my edited down version of Opeth, The Last Will and Testament. That's all we need for chit chat. This is a great intro so far. It's haunting. The drums are going off. The synths and the haunting way that they play, man. I think I've actually already heard this song. What is the main single? Thing is, I'm enjoying it more now with the lyrics, if that's the case. Yeah, dude, I've already heard this, but I'm liking it a lot more now. I think, yeah, I have to pay attention to the lyrics, and I like the concept behind this. Dude, the drums were awesome in that, man. Same with guitars. I dig it. Yeah, this is a good intro. Love the setting that it's putting you in too, this post-World War sound. Ooh. Now begins with the reading of the father's will in his mansion. Among those in attendance are the three siblings, twin boys and a young girl who, despite being an orphan and polio-ridden, has been raised by the family. Her presence at the will. That's very cool. That's really cool. A little bit of Succession vibes or something with this. No lyrics for this? No! Shit, we need the lyrics, man. So, listening through YouTube and just using Genius lyrics. Getting some Between the Buried and Me kind of vibes, and since BT Band's like one of my favorite bands, I'm digging it. A lot of prog metal bands borrow like similar sounding kind of ideas, and Deer Hunter vibes too. Ooh. Sick. Time for another break. Okay. Oh, I love it when they use that kind of tone on the keys. Very 70s, man. Yeah, that was good. Really digging it. Okay, so S3. I don't know if it's actually an S. I don't know how to say it. Just keeps on going. Oh, they're paragraphs. Is that a paragraph symbol? Is that what it is? Oh, it's a section sign. It shows you me and how I am when it comes to literature. Why read a book when the movie's going to come out later? Anyway, this instrumental section is bonkers. Another break. I like how they still play in like standard tuning, like that 6-string standard tuning. It's weird, with less strings, there's so much more that guitars do. It's weird how having more strings on guitar actually limits what's being played. And I know that it's a skill thing, but less is more, baby. Oh! Dude, that was awesome. These are AI visuals, aren't they? I understand when new bands use AI, but established bands like Opeth, nah. Ooh. This is beautiful. The fade in with this nice beat. And ooh, ooh. Who's playing all these instruments? Okay, so someone else is playing the flute. Ian Anderson. Dave Stewart playing strings, London session. Oh wow, they actually got the orchestra. But Mikhail is doing a lot of the string arrangements. Damn, I want more. All right. Let's go on to section 5. Oh, this sounds really nice. It reminds me of the Deer Hunter a lot. To you. Ah, that was good. That was really good. Jesus Christ, dude. Hell yeah. So most of the songs sound quite similar to the next one, but it flows as a nice concept. I'm just wondering how many there's gonna be something different that really shakes up everything here. Alright, let's go. Holy shit, their drummer's good. Bro, this fucking drummer. I got lost in lyrics. I love the blues and jazz inspirations on this record. I knew that they were in a prog rock, like they did progressive rock things with their previous albums, and I've heard the songs, but this has much more death metal. So again, I've heard Opeth songs over the years, so I kind of understand. Some Latin or something? Oh. Okay, story never told. Okay, Opeth, the last will and testament. Let's talk about it. So I'll start off by saying this is my prog metal album of the year. I've been meaning to check out Opeth's music properly. I know this is like their 14th record, so I'm way behind. This is a great gateway because from my understanding, it's them bringing back their old roots of death metal and prog, but it's also bringing a lot of the acid rock, progressive rock elements from their more recent albums. And to me, I think that's a great way for someone like myself who enjoys the death metal, but enjoys prog rock and enjoys everything in between, that this was such a incredible record. It really makes me understand the love people have for Opeth, and this was really, really good. Now I understand there's Blood Incantation and maybe a couple other albums that I haven't really heard. You know, the other one that's really coming to mind is Caligula's Horse, which was really good, but I enjoyed this more. Now, this record, I'm not sure how many concept albums that Opeth has actually written, but this being a concept record and feeling very Succession, or like even like maybe a little bit of Game of Thrones with family politics, made it for such an intriguing listen. But also there's a couple twists and turns with, you know, the mother not actually being like infertile, right? So for her not actually having blood relation, it just makes things kind of interesting here with the story that's being told. Now musically, this story wouldn't be engaging if the music wasn't there to intertwine the different moving components. So this felt so seamless from going through different sections of the narrative alongside the different sections of the instruments, right? It would have a nice mix of heavy moments to lighter moments, and it kept intertwining between the two styles very, very well for me. When it would go like jazzy, bluesy, progressive rock, really was a nice way to just slow things down, emphasize piano and like the maybe slightly different kind of keys before it brought everything back with guitars, and it was just always so natural. And I think a big reason why a lot of this felt natural in the song progression and the song flow was the drumming. The drummer in this band is so good, and from my understanding, it looks like he's new. This is his first time on a Opeth record, and my God, that guy is absolutely incredible behind the drum kit. I was just, although there's so many riffs and the difference in guitars from going to acoustics to electric, and the different tones going something a little bit more bluesy or like psychedelic, it was the drums that kept pulling me in because they kept up the momentum of the music so well for me. The pacing of the beats and all the intricacies on the drums really brought this record to life for me. But everything else vocally, the dynamics between the harsh vocals and these lighter vocals and the spoken word sections, there's so much to take away with this album that on first listen, I feel like I have a good grasp of the story and the music, but on more listens, you're going to pick apart all the different intricacies, especially in terms of instruments that were going on. The production on here was also really, really nice. This was a very, very modern but also slightly classic sounding record in terms of production ideas. Nothing like too modern, you know, it's still, everything's like nice and clear and audible, but also feels a little bit like the tones sound similar to prog rock and you know, classic death metal from the 90s, but with a very clear production. Like the drums were mixed so well that it wasn't overpowering, which is very common in the core scene, which I cover a lot. So I absolutely love the production. I love the vocals. I love the narrative. I love the drums. I love the intertwining moments between all the songs. I'm just trying to think criticisms, and if I could, I think most of the songs did blend together a lot for me, but that's because it's a concept record. You know, sometimes when I listen to some concept albums, they have that one different kind of song, right? Or a few different songs. And, you know, Deer Hunter comes to mind, where they go so many different styles. To me, this record feels a lot more consistent with its theme and its ideas. And it's very enjoyable because of it. So this really isn't a criticism. Maybe with other Opeth records, they switch different styles more often. So for this one, it feels very cohesive. It feels very consistent, and it's a very enjoyable listen. Yeah, as a new Opeth fan, but as a fan of progressive metal and progressive rock, I've been sleeping on Opeth, man. I'm going to give this an 8.5. This is one of the best records of the year. And again, this the progressive metal album of the year for me so far. Still gotta check out Blood Incantation, Hippo Tractor. I think that band also dropped something too. So there's a few albums on my radar still, but this was solid, man. But that is my thoughts on Opeth, The Last Will and Testament. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are, so comment down below. Spice up my life. Guys, what you think about this album? I'd love to know. Feel free to give me more information about Opeth. Feel free to let me know the best albums. I know Blackwater Park is like the one that I need to hear personally. Give me the lore behind Opeth. Helps out the videos and engagement. Also, if you're on Patreon, because I'm going to upload this to YouTube too. But on Patreon, you're going to see the full album reaction, but you can also see a whole bunch of other album reactions. You know, there's a lot of prog metal albums, so go to the About tab for my list of albums that I've checked out. Just search it up, and then you'll be able to watch the content here. 1,000 hours and more of content here on Patreon that's not on YouTube. So, but lastly, thank you for supporting the Patreon, or if you're on YouTube, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. But on that, thank you for tuning in. Till next time, peace.